Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk show is supported by PTU Clinic. Visit ptuclinic.com. Adria's Restaurant and Banquet Facility of East Bridgewater. For more information, their website is adriasrestaurant.net. And the Boston Athletic Academy at bostonathleticacademy.org.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk Show here on the news station 1320 AM, WARA, and online. All one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. I am Lucy Cabral. Dominic Damiano is finishing up an assignment as umpire for the Cal Ripken Little League World Series in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. We have KC, Catherine Conley, on the boards, and our sports master, Justin, getting ready to go here, and our new broadcasting intern, Joe. So we are in studio, and we are waiting for our guests to call in from Palm Beach, and they are, this is going to be very, very inspiring and interesting. So hopefully they call in soon. We have Tommy Morrissery, his dad, Joe, and his all-star manager, Julie Mooney. So hopefully they're going to be calling in soon. We want to welcome them when they do call in. So KC is actually waiting for the board to light up for their calls.
Always keeping an eye on everything on the boards. Yep.
So, but what we can do right now is go over the scores. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hello, you're first on the show. Is this Julie Mooney?
This is Joe and Tommy Morrissery.
Oh, hi, Joe and Tom Morrissey. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Doing good. We're here with the crew, and my name is Catherine Conley, aka KC. We have Lucy Cabral, Justin Ferrer, aka the Sports Master, and we have Joe DeVerns. So, you guys want to go with some questions?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I'm Joseph DeVerns. Nice to meet you, Mr. Morrissey. I saw a lot about your son's story online. I was watching a lot of videos. I saw that you guys were even on Ellen at one point when he was 3. So I wanted to ask your son, Tom, if growing up around such an environment with so many cameras and so many interviews all the time has made him really comfortable behind the camera, or if it has affected anything during interviews or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me that much. Ellen was my first real television show, and then it took a long time to get used to it, and then we went on from there.
Nice. Yeah, on Ellen, it was pretty funny. You were 3 years old, but you did not seem nervous at all. You were making jokes like you were one of the adults. It was pretty funny to see that at such a young age.
Yeah, I don't think I really knew what was happening.
Yeah, I just want to cut you off. So we have Julie Mooney on the next line. Is this Julie?
This is.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so this is basically our crew. Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC, with Lucy Cabral, Justin Ferrer, a.k.a. the Sports Master, and Joe DeVerns. So basically we all have some questions for you guys, and you can just call in stuff. All right. I'm not good with words.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah,
welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mrs. Mooney, I wanted to ask you, could you explain to the audience of the show what your role is really as the all-star manager of Tom Morrissery?
So I coach Tommy both for travel baseball and for the all-star season this year. We've had Tommy on our team for many years now, and so my role is to just make sure that the team organizes for practice and prepares ourselves for the next level of competition. We just finished up the World Series, so it was tremendous competition for the last week.
Okay, yeah, nice. We had Dominic Damiano down there actually watching the World Series and reporting it for us, so we know about that. But I actually really misunderstood your role as manager. I think I thought that you're more like a brand deal type manager. So I'm happy that you explained that. 'Cause that makes a lot more sense to me for us.
Thank you.
I'm the manager of I'm the head coach of the team.
Okay, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
makes a lot more sense. Cause
Yeah.
that makes way
So I
more
don't
sense.
just like manage them like they need to get where they're going, but I'm the head coach for Tommy's travel team and for the All-Star team.
Okay, that'll make
Awesome.
that a lot less confusing. Then.
And also,
Thank you.
Julie, you are. This is Lucy Cabral, by the way. I'm Dominic's
Hi, Lucy.
co-host. Nice to meet you. And I understand you're also the English teacher at Palm Beach Gardens High School. Is that correct?
Yes, I teach 11th and 12th grade English.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So I have a question for Tommy. So Tommy, who taught you to play baseball?
Well, my dad, I started throwing like a little ball with no gloves, and then I was watching a lot of baseball, and I went to play t-ball, and then I actually kind of liked baseball, so I kept playing, and then I started playing a lot. I almost practice like every day.
And so I was watching a few clips. So as far as like throwing the ball, like who helped you do that? Did you have to like switch gloves and, on and off and play catch, or how?
Well, I kind of studied Jim Abbott. He had one hand.
Yeah,
he was
there
in
you
the
go.
He pitched. So I do the same thing as him. I put the glove under the short arm, and then I take the ball out, and then I throw it.
Wow. That's incredible. It's a
Yeah.
lot of coordination right there.
Yeah, Lucy, I was actually going to ask later who you took some inspiration from for those sports, and you just
Me
answered
too.
that right there. Yeah.
Me too. Jim Abbott was an incredible pitcher. Pitched for the Yankees and that no-hitter and, the Angels and the White Sox and the Brewers. He had superior inspiration and motivation, and it sounds like you're following in his footsteps.
Yeah.
If I could interject, as a parent with a child that has a physical difference, you struggle to align them with what they're going to be capable of, and having that reference of Jim Abbott was really, really helpful. And considering the fact that Tommy's a very visual learner, like he studied Jim Abbott, and he studied Tiger Woods for golf. I can remember going into his room when he was, 2 years old, and he was in his bed watching his iPad, and I said, "What are you doing, buddy?" And he said, "I'm taking a golf lesson from Tiger Woods."
Wow, that's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
And it was that visual learning and that ability to repeat what he saw on those videos that really propelled him to be able to navigate sports with one arm.
That's incredible.
Yeah, no, that is amazing.
And I
honestly.
have to add, when you guys were talking about, how Tommy throws and catches and switches the glove, when you watch him play, it is so fluid that there's no hesitation whatsoever. It is just his motion that is just an instinct. And when you watch him, yes, he has, one arm and he has his glove, but honestly, the way he plays, you don't even notice it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I saw that when I was watching the videos too. He has a really fluid game. It just all meshes together really well.
Yeah, he does.
Tommy, that must take a lot of work, not only to manipulate your body and kind of throw and catch and learn a different style, I guess, in how to play ball. And it does look so fluent, so easy. And so what makes you, or what inspires you to keep going?
Well, I feel like I play like everybody else. I really don't think about how I throw it and how I do it. I do things different, but it doesn't make me feel like I don't do things different, because I do it the same almost as everybody else. So I just keep playing with my teammates and just try to do the same things as them.
And you so enjoy playing with a team rather than just doing it on your own, as in playing golf. Is there a ritual when you throw a pitch?
No, it's really the same thing. I keep it under my little arm and I take it out. It's really the same thing.
Yeah, so not only pitching, Tommy, but I noticed you actually can hit really well too. I saw a video of you hitting a home run on the internet a couple days ago. I wanted to ask you, has there any, you said Jim Abbott, I believe was who it was for your pitching that you took inspiration from. Who have you taken inspiration from for your batting?
Really nobody.
So your coaches must play a huge role in helping you hold the bat or finding a different way to maneuver yourself.
So when it comes to hitting, if I could interject.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things that was identified with Tommy, we did some testing with the PGA Tour, and they brought in a neurologist to kind of help dissect how it is he got to where he was. And they focused on neural pathways that the brain cut at a very, very early age. For example, at 10 months, he could catch a ball in the air.
What?
That skill set is not supposed to come in until 2.5, maybe on the early side, 3+. And I remember I went to the pediatrician, and he had me do it 3 times to make sure that it wasn't a fluke that he could catch the ball at 10 months. And he was doing it consistently.
Wow.
So, we look at where the brain cut those pathways to understand, to be at that level. And one of the things that my wife and I attribute it to is balloons at a very early age, where we worked on his short arm to be able to be recognized by his brain. Sometimes the brain does not recognize the short arm because it can't see the hand at a young age. So
gotcha.
we worked with balloons a lot, and we can't put a circle around anything in particular. That was that created such a really good eye-hand coordination. Mm-hmm. But if I had to say one, I think that was it.
Working with balloons. Who knew? That is awesome. That is awesome. So Jim Abbott, I knew, didn't have a hand, but he had 3/4 of his arm. So it must have worked the same way as far as your brain coordination with your limbs. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And as far as his, I know you asked about his hitting, and Tommy's really good about, adjusting in the box and adjusting to the different pitches and, adjusting how he holds the bat to be able to be successful and get around on different speeds and different types of pitching. So he really does have the wherewithal and the baseball sense to make the corrections that he needs to be successful.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I actually wanted to ask Tommy if having that early golf swing translated at all into his baseball swing and made it a little bit easier to adjust to it.
Yeah, I think it really helped a lot for baseball, but it kind of took a long time to get used to it. When I was in T-ball, I lowered the tee all the way down because I'm used to swinging at the ground, and then I adjusted a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's pretty. It makes a lot of sense actually. You said that you put it all the way at the ground like you're hitting it like a golf ball. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and if I could interject there too, one of the things that he drives the golf ball just as far as the kids with 2 hands, and the PGA Tour actually studied his utilization of the ground forces, and they found out that he actually uses the ground forces more efficiently than a PGA Tour pro. For example, he generates more than 3 times his body weight in downward vertical pressure into the golf ball. And the highest tour pros are like 2.5 to 265.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
saw.
and
That's crazy.
he's actually topped out at over 4 times his body weight in downward vertical pressure. And there were higher readings as well, but they just weren't as consistent. So if you look at his videos for hitting, you'll see how much he loads up on his back side. That front leg is in the air pretty much before the pitcher has the ball out of his hands. And I attribute his ability to hit the ball hard when he connects, obviously, with, again, utilizing those ground forces, because his belt position at impact is almost straight at the pitcher. So he's creating a lot of lag between his hips and his swing, and that generates power.
Yeah, the fact that he has higher my bad, just started there. That's on me. But no, the fact that he has a higher ground force measurement than PGA Tour professionals is insane to me. That's crazy. 4 times his body weight. That's just unheard of.
Yeah, believe me, they did a lot of tests. They tried to prove it wrong, but they couldn't.
All right. Yeah, so we're going to take our first break. You're listening to WARA 1320 AM 40 Sports Talk. We are online on the phone with Tom Morrissery and his dad, Mike Morrissery, with Palm Beach Gardens All-Star manager, Julie Mooney. Can we keep you guys for like another half hour or so?
Sure.
Alrighty. So with that, we will step away. We will be right back after these messages.
A popular destination, Adria boasts a breathtaking panoramic view of nature in all of its glory in each and every season. Upon visiting their 200-seat restaurant, you will see 3 distinctive areas. The lounge area includes their spacious 26-seat dining bar, high-top tables, and dining tables, all with viewing access to 7 high-definition televisions and 3 Kino monitors. A second area set apart from the lounge offers booths and tables to accommodate every member of the family. The third area, a few steps down and separated from the main restaurant by windows, is known as the Fairway Room. It is surrounded by a wall of windows offering not just a fabulous view, but a feeling of serenity and tranquility. It is a favorite spot for lunch, dinner, and functions. It is perfect for a romantic dinner, a casual family gathering, business meeting, or any large group for that special occasion.
Welcome back to 4D Sports Talk at 1320 AM Radio WARA. Is my mic on?
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
welcome back to 40 Sports Talk, 1320 AM, WARA. Today we're interviewing Tom Morrissery, his dad, Mr. Morrissery, and his all-star manager, Julie Mooney.
Are you guys still with us?
Yes.
Cool. You got any questions, Justin?
Yeah. Tommy, this is Justin Ferreira, and my first question for you is, why do you prefer playing on a team sport like baseball rather than like a solitary sport like golf?
Well, I like it more because, you have more people to talk to than like 3 people with golf, and you get to really goof around with them sometimes, go to team parties and stuff like that. And so you really get to talk to them and have fun.
Yeah, no, when it's a team sport like that, it's a lot easier to make actual strong connections between your teammates than when it's just you and a group of 4 guys, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, would that be like a reason of interest of wanting to play baseball besides playing golf, a little bit of golf? This is Catherine Conley speaking.
Yes, I really think that's better because you really have a lot of people to talk to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you still play golf, Tommy, at all, or nah?
Yeah, I play just a little bit now.
Nice, yeah.
A
Well,
lot of baseball.
wasn't sure if you had retired the clubs or not. During the Ellen interview, I saw you mentioned you sleep with your golf clubs. I wasn't sure if that tradition was still alive.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Oh yeah, but no. So Tommy, I wanted to ask you, how was the whole experience with the PGA Tour and meeting golfers such as Tiger Woods and Bubba Watson?
Yeah, I've met like a lot of people. It's really fun to like interact with them. Like we do one-arm challenges. That's where I meet most of the pros and stuff.
Yeah, no, I saw the videos of the one-arm challenge. That was actually really cool. They implemented that. Would you say that you have a favorite person that you've met from the PGA Tour or anything like that?
Well, Justin Thomas has probably been the funniest.
Nice.
Yeah, you mentioned you met some of the pro golf players. Do you have a favorite pro golf player?
Probably Tiger Woods.
What do you like about him?
He's really funny and he's good to be around. And I met him when I was 3, and we had a putting competition, which was really fun.
And so did he show you any tricks?
Well, yeah, after the putting competition, he had like a demo thingy. Oh yeah, hitting demo. And so I watched him, and then I hit a couple balls. And then after we said goodbye and stuff, and he made it really fun.
He must have been inspired as well.
Yeah.
Well, he is a legend in the golf world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What did you like most about playing golf? Was the best part meeting the players?
Probably winning.
Who doesn't think the best part is winning, right?
That's true.
Yeah, winning's always the best part in my opinion.
Yeah.
Justin, you have any questions?
This was another thing I heard in a video about you, Tommy, that you want to consider playing catch in baseball. Is there a reason why you want to do that?
Probably because you get to talk to a lot of people behind the plate. That's where the most action happens. I mean, I don't do it in travel. I do it in rec when we're like up by a lot.
Yeah, well, because center stage right there, where all the action's happening.
So,
Yeah, and I like throwing guys out at second. I'm 2 for 2 on that.
Wow. That's
Wow.
great.
Yeah, so Tommy, when they brought up how you prefer playing team sports over solo sports earlier, you mentioned how you like the team aspect and being able to interact with people. And then as we were just talking about playing catcher, you mentioned that you like talking to the people behind home plate. Would you describe yourself as a very extroverted kid?
Means you're outgoing.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I just heard your dad say that it means you're outgoing in the background. I probably could have explained that better to you. My bad, Tommy.
Well, yeah, for Tommy, the team aspect is wonderful, and we've been so absolutely blessed to be put in a position where we're in Palm Beach Gardens with a great head coach and a great group of kids that have embraced him from the moment he walked onto the field. All these boys have spent 5 years together, and they know each other real well, and they have a brotherhood that is it's warm and inviting, and it's just a wonderful environment. And Julie does a fantastic job of making the boys see their true potential and going out and trying to do their best for the team.
Yeah, no, that's amazing having a coach that really pushes the kids like that to work together, especially.
They don't look at Tommy as having any sort of disability whatsoever. He's just one of them and one of their brothers, and they don't treat him as even the next kid on the team, which is wonderful.
Yeah, no, I think them not excluding him or trying to make him seem any different is definitely for sure a good way to be a team, because he really isn't. I saw some videos of him golfing online, and he already is a better golfer than me, I can admit right now.
He's been beating me since he was 5 years old.
Wow. What a talent. That is awesome.
Yeah, so PGA Tour, then on to the All-Star Palm Springs games. Are there any other big events in sports that you think that you'd want to partake in eventually, Tommy?
I really want to be in the Olympics one day.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be
that's
awesome.
Great. That's great. And actually, golf was considered a new sport in the Olympics this year,
I think they
right?
just added it this year. I think that's brand new.
Well, you're well on your way. That's for sure.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, the resume already with just the All-Star game and all the PGA Tour stuff. You got the Olympics on there, you'd have one of the longest resumes of everybody.
Set for life with that.
Yeah.
And how old are you? You're only 10?
Yeah, I'm 10.
Wow.
So when you look at in totality from 30,000 feet, we're so fortunate in that Tommy was the first child to ever play World Championships of golf with one arm. He qualified 5 times and he played 4. And his highest rank was he finished 6th, 2 off the lead. But in conjunction with that, this most recent baseball event, the 10-year World Series down here in Palm Beach Gardens, he was the first child, at least that they know of. They went back and looked at their records to play in a World Series game with one arm. So, you look at the ability to knock down barriers and to show every team you're playing with really what is possible with the right attitude and hard work. And that's one of the things that we're really, really proud of, as not only as a team, but our family. You got 30, 40 people on the other side of the diamond that are leaving the event inspired by what they saw. And someday in their lives, they might reach back and remember that moment and find strength when it's necessary.
Absolutely. Very inspiring, and you leave a mark on people's minds, when they see something like that. And anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Yep, exactly.
So you
And to jump
never
off
give
of
up.
that-
Never give up on your dreams.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you.
It takes coaching
jump
too.
off of that.
Absolutely. I was just going to ask coaching and parents and a lot of support. I know it's a ton of work. It's a lot of work. But if you're willing to put in that work, you're going to be very, very successful. And fortunately, you are. So it shows.
And one of the things that Julie does really, really well as a coach and manager is she gives him no quarter. There's no special rules. It's fall in line, achieve in the same way that your teammates are achieving, and otherwise find a way. And to her credit, there's no special rules. So that element of maturity for him and for his teammates is really palpable.
Yeah, I think that is easily the best way to do it. If they had a whole different set of rules for Tommy, that would just separate him from the whole team.
Absolutely.
The fact that he's just playing as a teammate on the same team is definitely the way to go about it.
Mm-hmm. It's all about
to
teamwork.
also jump off of that too, with Joe being one of my assistant coaches, we have also taken pride and we don't play favorites for our own children, and not just as Tommy not have special rules, but our kids themselves. Our general kids don't have special rules either, and so everyone has to follow the same rules and the same protocols, and the consequences are if they don't, then they don't get that playing time and they don't get the accolades that they should.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense to me, honestly. That's definitely the best way to go about it. So you said Mr. Morrissey is one of the assistant coaches?
Yes.
So Mr. Morrissey, could I ask you what it's like being the assistant coach on your son's all-star team?
Very emotional.
It's very emotional.
Sure it is.
Well, we have been so incredibly lucky and blessed to be with such great teammates and such great coaches. I hope that others see me as not cheering harder for my child than I do for others. It's my hope that truly that these our boys walk away with more than just a good game, but a lifetime memory that will serve them well in times that they struggle, whether physically or mentally, and that's what's really important to me as a dad. I used to be I carried his bag as a caddy, and I've coached his team, and I've had a front row seat of watching some really, really cool things happen. And the measure of pride is you just couldn't measure it. Where my wife and I are just extremely proud of what he's done, and our Palm Beach Gardens family. They embraced Tommy and his success as a collective family, and everybody contributes, and I think that there's a lot of pride within our coaching staff as to what our boys have done, and obviously the way that Tommy has helped his teammates.
Wow.
Tommy, did you tell them about the award you got from the World Series?
Oh, yeah. So they give awards after the World Series. So we all go on the field for the closing presentation, and they give the awards. And one of the awards was the Gold Glove.
Oh,
and I
wow.
got the Gold Glove.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, no, that's
Thank
really
you.
cool, Tommy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Mr. Morrissey, I meant to answer you earlier. I was just checking in to make sure that we didn't have to take a break right now. But what I meant to say after you told the story about how emotional it is coaching your own son's team, I imagine it is really cool having that experience to have a front seat to everything that your son's doing right now. It must be just an amazing thing to see as a father.
It's been the greatest experience of my life to watch him. Obviously as a baby to come on up into sports and really make a mark on the world as he has. His videos easily exceed, I think it's over 300 million globally now.
Wow.
And his the accomplishments and the accolades at such a young age. He was an ambassador to Indonesia as a 4-year-old, and he was brought over there. He was in the Oval Office at age 6. He spoke down on the Senate floor at age 6. He's literally gone to hospitals to go inspire vets, and those kind of things in life. That wasn't my childhood, that's for sure. I'm real proud of the fact that our son's story has changed the shape of people's lives.
Yeah, that is so inspiring and stuff. So that with that being said, we are going to take our second break. Can we hold on for you guys?
Sure.
Alrighty. With that being said, we will be right back after these messages.
Welcome to Physical Therapy U. I'm Kelly Duggan, Doctor of Physical Therapy and the owner of PTU Clinic. Here at PTU, you're more than a patient and we're more than physical therapy. We offer massage, physical therapy, occupational therapy, personal training, and sport-specific performance training. We treat people and athletes of all ages and all levels of experience. Our beautiful 4,500 square foot facility located at 75 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater, Mass. is unlike any clinic you've seen. Our large space, along with our new COVID guidelines, allow us to treat you in the safest way. Your success in meeting your goals is our top priority. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or you're elevating your performance, we are the right clinic for you. Call us at 508-697-2000 or email us at ptuclinic@gmail.com. Check out our website at www.ptuclinic.com.
Hi, this is Megan Chase of Jack Conway Real Estate. Jack Conway has been providing top-quality real estate professionalism since 1956. I take personal pride to ensure that my clients are happy with the services I provide. It is my job to make sure that you are fully involved and fully informed and have all the information to make the right real estate decisions for you and your family. Please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to be a resource for you. I can be reached at 774-240-7707 or via email at mchase@jackconway.com. I'm always happy to assist you with your real estate needs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station 1320 AM WARA. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Excellent.
Joe, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So we have a couple more questions for you guys. So we'll do that in a bit. But first, we will have the scores from Joe DeVerns and Justin Ferrer, aka the Sportsmaster. Let me just fire up the music.
Okay. Here's the 40 Sports Talk coverage of the 10-year-old Cal Ripken World Series in Palm Beach, Florida. First off, we had Honolulu versus Dover, ending in a 7-8 victory with Dover taking the crown home. Then Williamsburg defeating Westside by a score of 8-0. Key West defeated South Lexington by a score of 9-3. And Glen Allen overtook Vincennes by a score of 8-5. Continuing on, Central Ozarks fell to Marlboro by a score of 7-6. Palm Beach Gardens fell to Los Altos by a score of 12-6. Pennsbury overtook Dover by a score of 8-3. Williamsburg overtook Fort Caroline by a score of 1-0. Cherry Hills shut out Honolulu with a score of 1-0 as well. And Los Altos defeated Jacksonville Beach by a score of 10-6.
Thank you.
All right, we have Densbury 5, Glen Allen 7, West Side 17, South Lexington 7, Williamsburg 10, Eagle Lake 6, Honolulu 16, Eastside 1, Southeastern KY 19, Key West 3, Marlboro 7, Central Ozarks 6, Los Altos 12, Palm Beach Gardens 6, Pennsbury 8, Dover 3, Williamsburg 1, FT Airline 0, and finally Cherry Hill 1 and Honolulu 0.
Nice job, you guys. So with that, we have a couple more questions for our guests today. So, Tommy, I wanted to ask you, what is your mindset of going into each game?
Probably focusing of like how we're gonna play and probably winning and hoping we can win. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, no, Mr. Morrissery, before the break, you mentioned that Tommy was an ambassador to Indonesia at one point. Could you go into more detail on that?
Sure. It was about 6 months after the Ellen appearance, and the folks from the Indonesian Masters and the Jakarta government approached us and asked us to come to Indonesia and to share Tommy's story as part of the Indonesian Masters. The country of Indonesia has been historically very cruel to children that have physical differences, and they wanted to bring an inspiring story to help others see life differently. And they sent us there we were there for about 2.5 weeks. It was an incredible experience. It was one of those things that's just an incredible life memory. And you know what, he really did inspire a lot of people. I remember in particular one woman she drove 3 hours to get to the tournament, and they said she waited outside the tent for an hour and a half for Tommy to come out. And they actually got security for Tommy to go say, hey, this lady really wants to meet you. And I'll never forget walking out, and that woman, she was so happy to have met him. And literally she met him and turned around and went home.
Wow.
That's pretty good stuff.
So yeah, she waited an hour and a half just to see Tommy face to face. That is really cool.
That's dedication.
Yeah, he was already like a mini celebrity at 3 years old. That's really cool.
It was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's crazy that you can remove all of his athletic accomplishments and he still has a resume that is longer than almost anybody else. That's really cool.
It's been quite a journey.
And it's still going.
Yes.
We've only just begun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you also mentioned that you spoke on the Senate floor and spoke at multiple big inspirational rallies, basically. Could you go into a little more depth on how he spoke at the Senate, you said, right?
Sure. He was up there on a day that was especially aimed towards providing jobs for people with physical differences. And he was a keynote speaker there. And he and I went up there, and it was really cool to be there and to be involved in that. That was a really neat event. The largest crowd that he has ever appeared in front of in live studio was actually up at Under Armour in Baltimore. And Tommy, why don't you tell them about what you did there? They're from New England. They might like to hear this.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of celebrities were there, like Jordan Spieth. And I met Tom Brady. And then we did a thing there. Me and Jordan, we had to hit the paper faces. And who won?
Tom Brady came out and helped you.
Oh, yeah. And then Tom Brady came out and helped us. And then one other person helped Jordan.
Nice. So you said that was at the Under Armour event, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard your dad saying that we were from New England, so he'd probably like hearing about the event. Once you said Tom Brady, I knew exactly why you said that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Tom Brady. Like, wow, I really like him.
He was quite a gentleman. He was humble. He was modest, and he was probably one of the nicest, genuine celebrity athletes that we have ever interacted with.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really nice to hear that about Tom Brady, honestly. I did not know if he was actually like that in his personal life.
He was great, and the way he embraced Tommy as well, and that appearance in front of 5,000 people. I remember as Tommy was walking on stage and he's having his name called, he turns to me and he says, "Daddy, my legs are beeping. I can't get them to stop shaking." And
that is
he
awesome.
He walked out onto that stage with 5,000 people chanting his name and high-five Scott Van Pelt, and hey, he's ready to go from there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an experience you remember forever. That's awesome. 5,000 people just chanting Tommy's name when he was he like 5 years old at that point, or how old was he?
Yeah, I do believe he was. I think he's about 5 years old. That was the biggest headline event with celebrities that he had ever done. It was really cool, and it was the night was capped off with a private concert by Kid Rock.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like every story you tell about Tommy, a bunch more details come out that I'd never expected before. Like, you met Tom Brady at an Under Armour event. He got to spoke on the Senate floor. He got to be an ambassador in Indonesia. That's an insane life story for a 10-year-old already.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been an amazing journey. Last year he was nominated for an ESPY because Major League Baseball. He's very fortunate when it comes to baseball. His uncle is the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
Mike Schilt, and Schilt took Tommy out to Busch Stadium where he took infield with the Cardinals. He went back and forth with Colton Wong on turning a double play, and it just so happened that Major League Baseball was filming it, and they put it on their website, and ESPN picked it up. And that following year, that particular video and that performance was nominated for an ESPY. Now he didn't get it, but you know what? He was nominated, and that's pretty cool.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, the fact that he was even nominated at 10 years old, that's awesome. That's really
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other 10-year-old that can say they're nominated for an ESPY after speaking on the Senate floors and everything else. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, Tommy, on the other side of things, academics in schools, how are you kind of juggling all of that in between golf and ball and all these celebrity appearances? It must be quite a schedule you have every day.
Yeah, I have a big schedule. After I do my homework, I go out with my friends, and a lot of times we play like a wiffle ball game, and they want to pitch to me, so I do that, and then so we practice a lot.
And you have fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we
At the
are.
end of the day, Tommy's just a normal kid.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wants to have fun and go to school and be with his friends and just kind of enjoy life.
All right. With that being said, we're going to take our last break. You're listening to WARA 1320 AM, 4 Deep Sports Talk. We will be right back with Tom Morrissey, his father, Mr. Morrissey, and Julie Mooney right after this.
Hello, this is Manny Del Carmen from the 2007 World Series champion Boston Red Sox.
World champs again.
A sports analyst for NESN. Along with my best friend Jose Diaz, we grew up in the city of Boston, a city that we truly love. Jose and I have always talked about giving back to the youth within our city. Therefore, we created the Boston Athletic Academy to move our passion to action. Our goal is to develop future student athletes in Boston by providing a safe location to offer educational and athletic needs. We are taking the next steps and looking forward for your support to reach our goal. Please visit the bostonathleticacademy.org for more information. Let's make a difference because success has no boundaries.
Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk at 1320 AM Radio WARA. Today we're interviewing Tommy Morrissey, his dad, Mr. Morrissey, and his Palm Beach Gardens All-Star manager, Julie Mooney. You all still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice, okay. Right before we get back to the interview, we have a live coverage of the Cal Ripken 10-year-old World Series right now from Dominic Damiano down in Palm Beach, Florida. And the final score for the championship game was 8-3 with New Jersey taking the crown over Virginia.
Congrats to them.
It was a great game. They're a great team.
Yeah, no, that's awesome for them. That's very nice to see.
Yeah. Yeah, so Tommy, I wanted to ask you real quick, wanted to elaborate on Justin's question. Were there any challenges to, like, wanting to play catcher?
No, not really. When my dad said, "Do you want to catch?" I said yes immediately. I didn't really think I was gonna do it because I never did it before, and then I kind of liked it.
Oh.
And I think it's a testament to Tommy's parents, Joe and Marcia, and having brought Tommy up the way that they have and done such an amazing job. Is in all of the years that I have known Tommy, I don't think that he has ever looked at a challenge as an obstacle. I'm not sure that he ever thinks that he can't do something. And so when he is asked to play a different position or try something that he's not comfortable with, I'm not sure Tommy ever says no. And he just takes it in stride and continues to just push forward and do the best at whatever he's asked of him. And so I think that's a great testament to his parents for him to believe in himself and to really accept anything new that comes his way.
Yeah, that's a perfect mindset to have. And I think seeing his history already proves that he can almost do anything, basically. There has really been nothing that he can't do, it seems, so far. Just has an endless resume.
And I would say it's a testament to his coaches to push him and make sure that he gets no quarter and he gives 100%.
As with the rest of the team, right? That's a good lesson to learn in life. Absolutely. If you work hard and you believe, the next time can be great. So there's always going to be another time and another chance to prove yourself. So that's a great attitude. Great attitude.
Yeah, while we're actually talking about attitudes, right? Were you speaking? My bad. I may have talked over
No,
you.
no worries. I just said, and Tommy has proven himself over and over.
Oh, no, he definitely has. He has proven himself many times.
Yeah.
But you were speaking about mindsets and all that, and I saw during an interview, Tommy mentioned that he enjoys the interviews as long as there's a stipulation that it'll help others like him realize what they can do in the world. And I wanted to ask if that mindset came with him as he matured or if he's always had that.
Well, I'll say that he's always had that because, there's a simple. Tommy and I remember the first day we walked out back to play a sport. I looked at him and I said, and he was 14 months old, and I looked at him and I said, the way you do it will not look like the way others do it. But if you work hard at the way you do it, you'll beat them. And we keep that mindset, and Julie will attest that maybe she likes my pregame talk to our boys. Maybe she doesn't. But Tommy and I we drive to the golf course. He's won 35 tournaments versus kids with 2 arms. He's played in I don't know how many tournaments, and he's played in so many baseball games. But the drive there is always the same, regardless of the sport. And the number one, I say to him, we got 3 things, and I'll let Tommy rip them off for you. Oh, he doesn't want to do it now. Say, okay, so number 1 is have fun, and number 2 is to give 100%, and then number 3, the more controversial one, is rip their faces off.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And all the kids on the team know those 3.
I bet they do. I actually like those.
Yeah, those are a great 3 for sure. I have a feeling that Tommy's taken number 3 into many aspects of his life so far. It seems he's just ripped the face off of everything, even the Senate floor, it seems.
You got to have a winner's mentality, and that's regardless of how many bits and pieces you have or how many bits and pieces you're winning. You don't have it, and it's that mentality that it changes them for the rest of their lives.
No doubt. Instilling that mentality when they're young for sure is the best way to do it, so it just continues throughout the rest of their lives. That is a very good way to do it for sure.
So, Tommy, tell us who your favorite or who you look up to as a professional ball player.
Probably Yadier Molina.
Oh. And why is that?
Well, he's old, but he still wants to play baseball.
He's old. I like it.
Well, like for baseball, like a lot of people, they don't keep going after like 35, and Yachty, he just keeps going. He doesn't stop. Like it doesn't feel like he's old. He feels like he's young.
Mm-hmm. And he's young at heart.
Yeah.
I personally think that Yachty epitomizes Tommy's 1, 2, and 3 steps. If you look at his career.
True. Very, very true. No
No
now
doubt.
that we're looking at it.
Yeah, he continues to rip the faces off him at 35.
Yeah. So on behalf of all of us at 4D Sports Talk, we want to wish you the best of luck in all you do, Tommy, and you, Mr. Morrissey, and Julie. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you for letting us talk to you, and I'm sure you are just so inspiring, and I'm sure hearing that makes your game even better. So good luck to you, and all your future dreams.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, so that was Tom Morrissey and his dad, and Julie Mooney. With that being said, we will be signing off. We will see you next time on 4 Deep Sports Talk.
Today's 4 Deep Sports Talk show is supported by PTU Clinic. Visit ptuclinic.com. Adria's Restaurant and Banquet Facility of East Bridgewater. For more information, their website is adriasrestaurant.net. And the Boston Athletic Academy at bostonathleticacademy.org.
This has been a presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk, where high school and youth athletics come first.